So I'm just busy packing an order for Depop. It's quite a sad one actually. It's just two pairs of heels from Zara, which I plan to not support them anymore, obviously. But I love them. They're really like super fun shoes, and it's just one of those moments that I've been having frequently as I've been getting rid of a lot of my wardrobe. Obviously not shopping as much and getting over my fast fashion habits, but also because of moving onto the boat. So yeah, I don't have use for all the heels I have, so they need to go. But it doesn't mean that I don't still love them and wish that I could keep them all, but I'm never going to wear them. So also what you just saw was clips from the market on the weekend, and unfortunately it wasn't exactly the greatest. It was kind of what I expected. Like, I got my fill of speaking to a friend that I hadn't seen in a while that I used to work with, and speaking to some of the other makers. But yeah, I didn't make any sales, which is it is disappointing. But you just have to kind of remind yourself that, you know, the current climate, how things are. The positives though were that people did come out, and so there's definitely a want and a need for people to want to support local things. Yeah, it's quite hard when you do fashion because obviously I think nobody needs that stuff. So it's a hard sell, like to sell someone a silk bag or a bold pair of statement earrings when no one's going out or dressing up. It's quite a strange one. So I get it. Like, the general consensus was so nice to hear the other makers just say that everyone's struggling, everyone's looking for part-time work, no one's making like a booming income off everything they make, and sort of just knowing that everyone's doing the same thing, still like involved in the hustle. And the point is that regardless of whether you make money off it or not, everyone's going to do what they love anyway. So keep at it and keep being creative and doing you, I guess. So good in that respect. Yeah, I'm just going to pop these to the post office. I'm going to get a little dressed up to do it, and maybe I'll talk you through sort of my at-home style and what I'm doing every day, just to not miss my wardrobe and make the most of my clothes. So first things first, I pick a pair of jeans. You've all seen this if you've been following. If you haven't, I'll put my wardrobe tour video at the end. But I make a selection from my drawer of jeans here, what's going to be the most comfortable. Today I went with the Levi's rib cage. I will show you those in a minute. And then I pick a t-shirt. It's a little bit like overcast and gloomy today, so I feel like t-shirts are a little bit more cozy. And then in terms of accessories, like, I really find like just keeping to my usual golds, and then like my mix of rings and stuff really just makes me feel like really put together. So this is my very chic and fancy plastic jar of jewelry, and I basically pick some hoops, I pick a ring. My usual is where is it now? My grandmother's ring. So I love this gold pearl ring. And then my fave to do is mix it with, this is my dad's gold band from his 21st birthday, and I mix it with a silver band and I make a little stack. So that's like my everyday sort of vibe. So I'm going to do those. And then yeah, I have a sea of like just gold plated hoops. So I'll pick a pair of those. And then this is my grandmother's bangle. It's a little bit bent up. You can see like the weird shape, but I love it, and I literally wear this every day. And I wear it with this baby's bracelet that's also gold that my mom wanted to kill me when I squeezed it on my wrist because I actually can't get it off now. I've had it on for years, and yeah, I'd have to cut it off, I guess. And then I wear these two gold chains. I don't really wear a lot of necklaces. I really just stick to these two. And then if I really want something extra on my other hand, I'll either wear this, which is a silver bangle I got from my high school bestie, Kerry, she lives in Australia now and she works for Michael Hill Jewelers, and she gave me this years ago, and I still wear it almost every day. And then the other one that I wear a lot if I want to feel really fancy is this amazing one that my mother-in-law gave me. And yeah, I found myself wearing this one quite often too because I love gold, and yeah, I just think it's a really special piece, so I really love that one. And then, completing my look, I pick a pair of sunglasses, and this might seem like really ridiculous. I've collected a lot over time, and I pick one from the pack. Because it's rainy, I don't want to feel too ridiculous, so I might just go with like my standard Ray-Bans. And another one that I've been loving are these Tommy Hilfiger ones I've been wearing a lot lately. They're just really clean and classic, and then you don't look like too much of a crazy person. But yeah, so I mean, these two, the Ray-Bans or those, would be my go-tos. I've just brought you into the lounge to show you the full look. So yeah, I just chose like the most minimal, simple, everyday gold jewelry, and I've got my gold chains on. And yeah, I love this because I don't have to think too much about it. And when I'm at home, obviously it feels ridiculous to wear like a lot of jewelry or anything that's too chunky for me anyway. So this doesn't bother me at all, but if I happen to walk past a mirror, which I'm prone to do, I just feel put together. And again, as I explained, like a lot of the pieces are sentimental, so then I feel like I just sometimes think of those people, and that's really cool. Moving on to the jeans, these are the Levi's ribcage, and I can't talk about them highly enough, especially for at-home wear. When I initially purchased them, I was worried about the stretch because I like rigid jeans. I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to be too stretchy, and I don't want anything too stretchy. But it turns out it's like the key to their amazing fit, especially for like if you've got curves, if you've got curves and you still want to get that really like straight, great fit down the leg. The stretch really helps in molding them, and they're super high-waisted, so you get that really long leg vibe, which is super cool. So I'm wearing these, and yeah, they just like give you a lot of breathing room. So like if I eat during the day or I'm lounging around on the couch, I still feel super comfortable, but they still have that really chic, rigidish look, which is, if you like similar style to me in that like minimal 90s zone, then yeah, they're great. And then I just throw in a jumper over my shoulders, and the black adds a little element of colour. And to finish it off, as you know, my obsession with sunnies, so popping these on, and the sun is actually showing right now, so totally appropriate to wear sunglasses. So the last thing is the kitten heel, which seems a bit ridiculous, but this week I need a pick-me-up, and that pick-me-up is coming in the form of a kitten heel. It's really low, and I won't look ridiculous walking down the street to the post office in a kitten heel, but if I don't, like, I miss my shoes sometimes, and I've gotten rid of most of my heels. I'm saying goodbye to 2 pairs today, and I just feel like I want to wear a pair of heels because sometimes it gets a bit much just chilling at home, and yeah, you just need that extra something special. So popped on one of my last remaining pairs of heels. It's sort of the only one I'm keeping, apart from a few pairs that I bought around the time I got married, and like my wedding shoes that for sentimental reasons I just can't get rid of. I'm not keeping any other heels. So yeah, I shall wear these ones today proudly. sorting through some photos from the weekend. I'm going to be listing some of the new bags on my online store that I had done for the market, so that people can purchase them. Obviously I have stock now. This is just the black silk version of the other sort of olive green quilted sandwich bag that I've shown you before, if you've seen or if you've had a look on my Instagram page. I love these guys. It's got like a kind of like a sporty vibe, I think, with the quilting, but it is like, it's 100% silk, and yeah, I love it. I love the all black with the black logo. I think it's just really sleek. So excited to get those on the go, and probably definitely keeping one for myself as well because I love it. And then there's this little cutie packet bag, and it's also in this like red checked silk, which I really just think is super fun, and I'm just really chuffed with how they came out. And yeah, even though the market wasn't a great success, like a lot of people handled the stuff, they picked it up, they touched it, they felt it, and I got some really nice feedback from them. People were impressed with the quality of the bags, which is obviously number one because I want them to be used and loved and to hold up. So yeah, all good. So one last thing before I go. I think when you first set out to do something, you have the initial idea, and sometimes when you're trying to be consistent with that, the initial thought can sort of run a bit thin. And yeah, I just was a bit confused, and things are changing all around me, like big lifestyle change. We're moving on to a boat that is taking over everything. I keep talking about that. It's a huge deal and very exciting as well, but I just don't want to lose that sense of fashion that I love, and the stuff that really still makes me excited. You know, I'm moving onto a boat, but my life's not going to become about all boats. I'm still remaining me and still have things that I enjoy and love and want to share those passions. So in terms of content, where I initially had wanted to talk a lot about what I'm making and stuff, I'm still going to be doing that, but I'm going to move that sort of stuff to go more in depth onto my Instagram page. So I'll be doing like IGTV videos. I've done one or two there already where I sort of show and tell products. I think it sits better there, and whoever's following that on Instagram is obviously there because they're interested in what I'm making, and I know a lot of other makers follow, and maybe they might find that inspiring as well. So I'm going to move that there. And I'll still be doing a video a week, but I'm going to change up the content a bit. So one week I'll be doing like a personal vlog. So it'll be like what you've been seeing, like my week, a little bit of my home life, a little bit about what I'm making or whatever, wherever the wind blows me. And then the next week I'm going to be doing some styling videos. So obviously I'm going through a huge change, and I stopped shopping, and I no longer wish to support fast fashion, and I have a lot of thoughts and ideas on that, and so I'd like to share them. And I struggle, and I'm always searching for cool content or inspiration from people, and like stuff that's very real. Like I want to see people, like if you say that I only need one pair of shoes, I want to see you wearing that one pair of shoes every day and see how you're making it function for your life, you know? Because I think if that kind of thing doesn't become exciting or the norm, what other solution do we have to the whole problem of fast fashion if we aren't actually like doing it ourselves? I'm discovering my own personal style and how I can make that have longevity, and discovering exciting new ways on how I'm working with my wardrobe. And I think it would be cool to share like a little bit of a practical guide through my own personal experience, because it's exactly what I'm going through, and I would have loved to see someone like do it from the start. And yeah, that's not filled with like designer brands or sort of trying to make you buy anything or promote anything. It'll just be, yeah, real deal practical style, and I hope that you'll love it. I think I hold on to those ideas of trotting through a city in a pair of stilettos or something. I watched the Sex and the City movie, the second one, the other night while I was up working late for the market, and that whole style thing of like Sarah Jessica Parker and her character Carrie, like I still love it, and it's still a dream for me, but it's not my reality. So when you've only got a small amount of space, you've really got to decide like what's going to be in there and how you're going to make it work. So I've decided I'm going to show you, because I feel like I'm doing it and I'm getting quite good at it. So I hope I can make that kind of thing really exciting. And yeah, maybe it's a sign of just getting older as well. Like if I wasn't moving onto a boat and having to make a minimal wardrobe, maybe I'd still be sort of going this more minimal way. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, since I shut down my business, I used to go to Fashion Week and a whole bunch of parties and like used to have some sort of like a social schedule, but I don't anymore. And before I moved to the UK, I was living in like a seaside town. It was hot. I was a stylist. I was on sets, so I was in sneakers the whole time. And I've just hung on to this idea that is, yeah, not very practical. And also, I still look at things or I see people in outfits and think, oh my gosh, that's my style, I want to wear that, but where in my life? So it's a real change in mindset about not shopping, not needing anything new, but still making exciting choices for yourself with what you already have for the actual events that are happening in your life, which is very minimal, let me tell you something. But I think it will be cool, and especially with like the practicality of having the boat in there and spending our weekends there and home life here, and still making that exciting through fashion. I think it's going to be a challenge, but super cool. So if you are watching, thank you. And if you know anyone that would be into that and that is going through a similar kind of struggle, that doesn't want to shop, or I mean, financially it's hectic right now, like can't shop, like, and need inspiration for their own wardrobe, let them know, share this with them. I'd love that. Next week, Wednesday, will be the first styling video. So hit a like and subscribe if that's the kind of thing that you're going to be into, and I'll hopefully keep at it and keep getting better and be making cool stuff to inspire you and yeah, just help you on your own fashion journey, I guess. So see you next week.